Hello, Scott Milrath here, the President and CEO of the Henderson Chamber of Commerce. And we're just keeping our organization connected to our membership through a series of personal board interviews and our board of directors. We're really pleased to have Chet Opheikens here today with us. Chet is the Vice President of Business Development for R&O Construction. So he's the O in the R&O. And Chet's also our past HDA chairman as well of the Henderson Development Association. So it's a big part of our membership, the HDA construction and development. So Chet, thank you for taking a few moments to join us today and talk construction.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so maybe we could just start, Chet. You could speak to a bit of, you're an essential business, and you're doing your part keeping these construction sites moving forward, people employed. But what does it really mean to have an active construction site these days in the COVID-19 era? If you could talk a little bit about those challenges.
Boy, it's a real challenge. There's been a lot thrown on us in a very, very short matter of time. Seems like policies change every 24 hours. So as soon as we start thinking we're heading in the right direction, a new policy gets changed or thrown on us. And so we're moving, forward with that. However, I will have to say that as far as bringing the industry together, other industry heads, people in our industry, we have all been talking and we have been having conversations and implementing one another's ideas. And that to me has just been key to see the community come together and kind of put aside those partisan, ways of keeping your best secrets to yourself, but realizing this is a community and coming together and working with one another to figure out how to implement these social distancing restrictions and things that are on our projects.
And so, obviously social distancing is a critical measure right now, but as a concept, it's probably hard to marry that up a little bit with a construction site at times. Maybe what are those challenges? Do the guys have to wear PPE on site then? And how does that work?
Yes, we do. As far as, guys coming to the job site, first thing they do, they walk in the job, they're washing their hands, they're putting on hand sanitizer, face masks, I believe, are going into, I believe I was just reading this morning, actually, in the paper that they're leaning towards requiring face masks on all of the projects. I've seen face masks going on, quite honestly, for some time now, so that wouldn't surprise me to see that restriction be put on permanently, or temporarily, I should say. Let's hope temporarily. Some of our challenges with the PPE, we're a regional contractor, so we work in all of the states around us. We have had a little bit of a pleasure of working in the states around us in the fact that we're able to bring the proper protective gear to put on our people, and that allows them to come together. So if you had to perform a scope of work that, say, took 2 people, and it would bring those 2 people closer together within that 6-foot distancing, as long as you're wearing the proper PPE, we're able to do that and accomplish that work on that job site on that day and maintain our schedule. Here in Nevada, that has not been the case. Here in Nevada, one of our challenges is continuing to work with our partners here and move forward. But as far as policy and our understanding is that those social distancing requirements still have not been minimized to within that 6-foot distance, even if you're wearing the PPE. So the challenge we're really dealing with is figuring out how to continue to perform the scope of work that we need to get put in place. Say you need to hang a window or you need to hang a door. When you're doing that, perhaps the door's a larger door, it takes 2 people, and it would bring those 2 people within those 6-foot guidelines. In Nevada, even with the proper PPE, the way that's written today, we're not allowed to do that. So it's creating some real challenges. We're working through them right as we speak today. I hope that helps answer some of that.
No, understood. I mean, it's trying to balance that personal safety and the social distancing with, the essential and safe, practice on a construction site. So that's an interesting and challenging quandary to be sure. Um, and then when so much construction material often comes out of China, and did you see an impact, Chet, to your company, your industry, as far as supplies and pricing goes when you look back a couple months?
I know there has been an impact. To the amount of the impact, I have not lived it. Our company has not lived it, maybe to the full effect that maybe others have experienced. Uh, just due to the volatility of the market and with the tariffs that have been going on with China and our imports, we've kind of strategically over the last year and a half, 2 years, we've strategically been trying to purchase materials in different areas that maybe wouldn't have those tariffs, particularly here in the United States if we can. That is always the best way if we can possibly get it done. We don't have to have the concerns about losing time in our schedule by being hung up at the docks at import. Customs can take anywhere from a day to a month, and so that can be very challenging. We've had projects where we've had materials caught out there in the past. We didn't want to see that happen again. We're looking in other regions, and we've done very, very well at being able to, procure those materials where it hasn't impacted us here today with this current crisis.
Good. Well, it sounds like some smart purchasing that you've kind of built into R&O's company policy. So applaud that. Um, and then people always like to know what's coming. What are the interesting projects and note, Chet, that the R&O team is working on right now?
Well, probably one we're well known for here in Henderson is the St. Rose Square project located at St. Rose and Maryland Parkway. They're near the Henderson Airport, where the Costco site is. I'm sure most people know where that is today quite well. We are doing some student housing projects right now. We have got, there's more retail being rolled out. We got another Chick-fil-A we're opening up on the Las Vegas Strip. You see the multifamily housing boom through the valley. We are a big part of that. So we've got a multiple projects around town. The Union Village project we've been working on for quite some time with those owners, and that's been a fantastic relationship, and that still is continuing to move forward. Now, I say that all based on conversations that we've all been having over the past 3 months. I honestly can't tell you I know where those projects in the future are going to go as far as obtaining funding or financing with the stimulus package and with funding. I think we're still out to see the impact that it's going to take on our city and municipal work. We do a lot of public works projects. We work with universities. The impact from this crisis and the amount of funding that may or may not become available for those type of projects in the future is a very large concern for us in our industry and where we're going.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, and I think that that of course has a ripple effect down through the balance of the business community as well. And I think that's all the crystal ball we're all looking to get some clarity through is how this looks, a month from now or 90 days from now or a year from now. So, okay, well, Chet, we appreciate it. Again, Vice President of Business Development, Henderson Chamber Board of Directors. Chet Opheikens has always been a great link to our construction industry for our membership and our community. So appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to give us some of those insights, and we'll get on the other side of this, all right?
Thank you, Scott. Be safe, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.